There are a lot of immigration attorneys on YouTube. Seems like there's more every day. So how do you decide which ones to watch? You probably like some folks better than others because you like their personalities or you like their delivery, you trust the advice that they're giving, whatever. But I'm here to tell you that all of the immigration attorneys that you see on YouTube, they all have the same goal. They want you to hire their firm. And I didn't say hire them, I said hire their firm. This is their marketing strategy, okay? In fact, I've watched some immigration attorneys doing live streams. I saw this one guy down in Houston. Oh my God. He had one screen here, he had another screen there, and he had another screen here. He's flipping back and forth. He's on Instagram, he's on YouTube, he's on Facebook, he's on TikTok. He's live streaming all over the place, right? He got me dizzy just watching him. But you know I'm right. You know that I'm right, that the big reason, it's not the only reason, but the big reason that they're on YouTube is because they want you to hire them. And you know that because the sales pitches are all the same. One of the first things they'll tell you is that, well, immigration law is federal, so immigration attorneys can represent people from all over the country. That's true. That's absolutely true. But should they? That's not my opinion. I think you should hire an immigration attorney that is close to where you live. I've heard people say, you know, if you're from a big expensive city like New York City or San Francisco or any other big city that's, ka-ching, hey, you should hire me. I'm out in Fayetteville, Arkansas, or Hoboken, New Jersey. You should hire me because my prices are so much lower than those New York City attorneys and those San Francisco attorneys. Well, that's probably true. They probably do have lower fees. But I think you should hire somebody that is close to where you live, because that attorney is going to know their district office. They're going to know the procedure. It's not unusual, for instance, for immigration attorneys to find, let's say they're going to have a deport case out in, like I have a client right now who's out in Las Vegas, that you call another immigration attorney who's in Las Vegas, who's a member of AILA, the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and you ask him, well, what's this judge like? What's what's his procedure? How does he want to see a motion compiled? It would be better if your attorney didn't have to call some other attorney to find out, what the heck do I do here? I'm just saying, I think you should hire somebody close to home. So that's number one. They all tell you, they all say the same thing, that I can handle your case, doesn't matter where you live. They also tell you to call them, and they insert the phone number. And they also tell you to go up on their website and fill out their contact page. And that's going to be your first name, your last name, your phone number, your email. Did you hear that? Your email. And then they're going to have somebody contact you. It's not going to be the person that you're watching on YouTube. It's going to be another attorney, probably an associate, possibly a paralegal. More likely than not, the receptionist is going to call you, or the secretary is going to call you to set up a consultation. And guess what? That is when you find out how much the consultation is going to be. I looked all over Latoya McBean's website, which is out of date, by the way. It says she's only been practicing for 9 years, but she's been on YouTube as an immigration attorney since 2019 or something. So her website's out of date. But I looked all over that. I could not find a price for the consultation fee. Same thing with Jim Hacking. Couldn't find it. I'll tell you up front, my consultation fee is $250 per half hour. If it gets to be, goes into 45 minutes, 50 minutes, now it's going to be $500. My consultation fee is $250 per half hour. It's been that for years. And that means, I'll tell you when exactly that changed. Because it used to be just $250. Because I figured I can get somebody in and out of the office. This is back when I had the office. I closed the office up around 2020 with the pandemic and everything. So, I figured I can get him in and out. Well, I'll tell you exactly when that changed. I had a guy come in. He's, I take his passport. I'm filling out his information, where he lives, if he's married, the wife, the names of the kids, and blah, blah, blah. And we're at about 25 minutes into the consultation. I've basically given him all the advice I can give him. I forget what the case was, if it was a deport case. Let's say it was a marriage case. So we're about 25 minutes into this consultation. I'm thinking that we're tying this up, right? And all of a sudden this guy leans into me and he says, well, let me tell you the truth. Oh my God. Let me tell you the truth. So this whole 25 minutes has been mostly BS, right? And you'll hear me say, if you follow me, I say it all the time. Don't lie to immigration. Don't lie to immigration. Well, listen, don't lie to your attorney or your future attorney. I can't give good information if you're making stuff up. If you think you're telling me what I want to hear and not what really happened. Like, have you ever applied for a visa before you entered the country? No, I never did. And then you find out 30 minutes in, yeah, I did, I got denied. That's a different, it changes the facts of the case. Don't lie to your attorney. It's ridiculous. It's really dumb too, because you're wasting everybody's time and you're wasting your money. Because now at 25 minutes, I'm like, well, we're done the consultation, but well, let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth. Well, guess what? It's going to be another $250. The fact that they don't tell you how much their consultation is, I don't understand it. Well, I do understand it. They want your contact information. They want your email. Now, I also ask people, like, if you have a question, go up on this is an email just for YouTube people. It's called La Migra y Tú, which just means immigration and you in Spanish. It's lamigraytu@gmail.com, and put in the subject line consultation requested or question, and then email me the question, right? If it's a short little question that I can answer quickly, no problem. But if it takes you 2 pages to fill out the email to tell me all the facts of your case, I'm going to ask for a consultation fee. So why am I different from other immigration attorneys? Like I said, all of the other attorneys, they're up on YouTube mainly because they want you to hire their firm. Okay? I'm semi-retired. I had some medical issues during the summer, and I just decided that, number one, I don't want to do any more deport work, especially with this administration. That doesn't mean that I won't take a case here or there. I just had a client call me this week. I haven't heard from him in like 5 years, but he now wants to naturalize. So, of course, I have his file. I know him. He's close to where I live, and of course I'll take that case. If somebody, in some other city wants me to do their naturalization, as long as they understand I'm not going to the naturalization interview, I have no problem with that, because that's something I can do. I can make sure that the form is filed correctly, that the package is done right. I can prep them before their interview. That's all stuff that I can do, and then I can get out. That's the problem with doing deport work. You're never out. I'm stuck with a case right now that the frickin' judge won't let me out of. Making me crazy. That's tomorrow morning. Can't wait. Not tomorrow morning, Monday morning. I have to be up. This is going to be like the fourth master hearing in a row that I've asked her to release me from this case. The guy lives in Houston. But they don't like, well, this is an aside, but immigration judges, once the client, or they're called the respondent, once the respondent has an attorney, they don't generally speaking, they don't want the immigration attorney to withdraw, particularly if it's just because you're not getting paid. They want the respondent to be represented. So unless there's another attorney willing to take over that case, it's very hard to get out of a deport case, like is proving with this particular one, because he's not responding to me. He won't give me the name of a new attorney that he's working with. So I'm hopeful that Monday she'll see, because I sent in a whole written motion this time to withdraw, with proof that I've contacted him and that he's just not complying. So I'm not interested in doing deport work. I'm not really interested in, don't really want to do a marriage case. I mean, I could, but I'll do I-130s for people back home. Maybe mom, maybe dad, maybe your siblings, because that's going to take a long time, and I can walk you through that. But with marriage cases, I like to actually meet the people. I mean, we would do Zoom consultations, of course, right? Or at least on the phone, but we could do a Zoom consultation. And I don't really like doing it that way, because I like them sitting right directly across from me. I want to get a feel for this marriage, because my reputation's important to me, and telling me that I need to free up storage space. My reputation is important to me. Hold on, let me turn off the camera. Oh, I can't turn off the camera. So I don't want to take a case that ends up being a bad case. My goal is basically to make sure that there's good information out there. Look, don't get me wrong. I respect Jim Hacking. I respect LaToya McBean. I agree with them 99.9% of the time. But they want you to hire their firm. Might not be them. Might be a different attorney at their firm. I don't really need you to do that for me. I'm not really all that interested. You'll have to convince me that I should take your case, basically. Did you hear me mention that my computer said I was running low on storage? They cut off the end of my video that I was doing. I didn't have that much left to say anyway. I just wanted to say, look, I'm just trying to get the best information out there to the public. I'm not necessarily looking for clients. And I'm sure that trying to get the best information out to the public is also one of Jim Hacking's and LaToya McBean's goals as well. But I just want you to be cognizant of the fact that this is it's marketing for them. For me, it's not marketing. It's just something that I do. You know, I wrote a column in Spanish for like 8 years called La Migrito that was syndicated to about 20 different newspapers. Never got a dime for doing that. But I wanted people to be aware of the fact that if they had questions that they could come ask me a question and I would answer it. So that's sort of exactly what I'm doing now, 10 years later, but on YouTube. So I'm just going to say adieu to you. And is there anything else I wanted to say? Join me on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. for the live stream. Like I said, perfect time to do it because nobody else is coming. Nobody else is showing up. So feel free, if you have a question, join me tomorrow or any Sunday at 10 a.m. and we'll see what we can do. Or just write to me at lamigreito@gmail.com and let's be in communication. That would be great. I'd like it. And have a very, very wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. Don't talk politics. And I think that's it. And I hope to see you in the live stream sometime. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.